Yes, indeed, and welcome everyone. It's another exciting season, not only of football, but as we bring the show back to you, Overtime Series with Athletic Director Roman Banks, a closer look at Jaguar Athletics. Coach, AD, good to see you, my friend.
We're back.
We're back. We're back. We're getting drenched here in Baton Rouge as we're doing this show. And we know we'd have a lot of the Jaguar Nation here.
No question. It's raining on the outside, but we're having a good time on the inside right now.
Always a good time here.
We're very excited.
At Scoreboards Restaurant on Coursey Boulevard, and can't wait to dive into the food, and we'll do that after. Coach Odoms is in the house. We've got a very special friend from Coca-Cola. He's been a big sponsor for Southern University over the years.
No question. They play a big role for Southern University Athletics as well.
And so many things going on, Coach. And we start with the 2019 Jagathon that we had at the F.G. Clark Activity Center. And I mean, it was dead set right there at the 50-yard line from A.W. Mumford Stadium. That was a lot of fun. We have some pictures of it right here. This is actual this is JagFest right there.
JagFest.
Look at the band right there. And the band came in. It was standing room only at that point. But look, that was just a great deal.
Yeah, so that's our largest crowd. Probably they are saying in the last 5 to 7 years. And as you can see, we all used to be on one side. Now we're starting to fill the circle up. So we are very excited about that production. You know, we get a chance to introduce our fall sports, football, soccer, and volleyball, and cross-country track. And they get a chance to fans get a chance to take pictures with coaches and get autographs, posters, and then be entertained by the jukebox. That's always exciting as well. And so we're looking to add layers to that. And we also have a corporate sponsor brunch that happens just before that. So we try to bring everybody together. So I'm excited about what took place, but I'm looking forward already to next season because we got some other exciting things to add to it.
No question about that. And we talked about Jagathon to start off with. Jagathon happened again this year. That's an opportunity for the athletic department to raise money for a better experience for the student athletes.
No question about it, and without going into great detail, we know the landscape of college and athletics now and what took place budget-wise in this state. So you have to find a mechanism to raise money now, more than ever, and especially in our situation at Southern University, to enhance the quality of life for our student athletes. And so they give the true Southern Knights a chance to, to bag they talk up a little bit, to donate a few dollars to help these students academically, to help facilities, to help us put them in some situations that we can help them in the classroom with using other tools like calculators and computers and all those things. And so it's something that I look forward to each year. But it's a necessity now.
Yes.
And so I thought we did very well this year, but I'm just putting it out there that we need to continue to do better each year.
Yes.
So we can get these facilities up and do some things as it relates to Title IX quality for our female sports as well.
No question about that. And also another big event that happened, the Overtime Series. Now we have the Overtime Series TV show here from Scoreboards right here every week, but also your Overtime event, a gala, and it's a nice fundraiser, and it took place, first one in Shreveport, Louisiana.
My hometown.
Yes, indeed.
And by popular request, we kick it off there. Last year we played Tech, our first game, and so we try to go to places, as you see those pictures on your screen, we try to go to places where and centered around our football contest, and give a chance to bring our fans in that area close up and to have a social event. But it's a fundraiser as well, and so you donate the $20 to come in, and I call it Party with a Purpose with the coaches and with the president, with friends of the board and staff members, and we have a good time, and you get the inside scoop on what's going on in athletics.
You can't beat that at all.
And I look forward to it. That'll be our starting place next year as well. They already requested it.
Coming back home again, look out. We've got some great things in fall sports, no question. The football team, everybody's excited about the football team. Wins the SWAC West last year, predicted to win the SWAC West again this year. We're going to be talking to Coach Odoms here in just a moment. But, man, so much excitement with football coming this fall.
Yeah, I'm very excited about it. I look at our season ticket sales are up. The excitement is up. If FanFest have any indication of how people are ready, then Jaguar Nation is definitely ready for this football season. And once again, I also think that our teams play an important role. And Coach O have put a great product on the field, and it's up to myself as the administrator to put some ancillary events around it so people can enjoy themselves, and also to perhaps put things in place that can continue to help them grow to be a winning product.
No question about that. And all the coaches are bragging about you doing just that. I mean, every single sport. And coming up later on in the show, we're going to be talking about all the fall sports, including soccer. Volleyball is starting up this weekend. Soccer started off last weekend, but they got another big road trip again this weekend, going to Nacogdoches, Texas, Stephen F. Austin for the soccer team. And for the volleyball team, they're going to Atlanta. So we're going to talk more about that coming up here in just a moment. But the soccer team started off, they go to McNeese State for the first game, Lake Charles, Louisiana for the first match. The soccer team looks like they're excited to get ready to go.
I think they are. They obviously is one of our newest sport that we have out our 15 sports. And so, I think that we've been slowly developing that program, but I personally think that Coach Fundo is doing a good job with that program, and that we're gonna make some noise this year. And my expectation is the next 2 or 3 years to be right there in the hunt to win a championship.
That's exactly right. And as we mentioned, also too, another place where you can have an opportunity to go see them, even not far from home, is UL Lafayette on Thursday, September the 5th. They have that matchup at 7 p.m. against UL Lafayette, my alma mater.
Yeah, and that's another step up contest for us. And so, but it makes sense for us to make sure that we are playing in our surrounding area where our fans can follow us, and as we grow that program, then we're able to branch out even more.
That's exactly right. Coming up, as we mentioned at the end of the show, the volleyball team, we'll talk about that. Coach Jacobs has got her first big match this week, and they're coming to New Orleans real soon. We'll tell you more about that.
Oh, yes.
But when we come back, we are talking football. Coach Dawson Odoms is here as we get ready for another exciting 2019 football season, and we'll talk with him.
Are you
when
ready
we
for
return.
some football?
That's right. Yes, indeed. Overtime series with Athletic Director Roman Blanks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. Back in a moment. I'm Chris Powers right here on Pelican Sports TV.
We're a nation of hardworking Americans, and businesses will always be the lifeline of this great country. As a business owner, you understand the importance of your reputation. In times of uncertainty, you need a real lawyer who's serious about protecting you and your business. You need a problem solver. You need the law firm of Clayton and Fouger. Tony Clayton is a proven trial lawyer. He'll defend you and your business to the fullest extent of the law. Protect your investment and call the law firm of Clayton and Fouger today.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score. Because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never ever frozen chicken fingers. Craveable cane sauce. Crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Official chicken of Southern University.
Ram pickups. We'd rather sell them than move them.
It's Salisbury's Ram Power Days.
All 19 Ram Bighorn pickup trucks, $11,000 off.
That's right. All 19 Bighorns in stock, $11,000 off.
Get them now at Salisbury's Chrysler,
Dodge,
Jeep,
and Ram in Baton Rouge.
When you play the Louisiana Lottery, you may not see where your dollar goes. To the potential it nurtures. To the future it fuels. But with every dollar you spend, you're supporting K through 12 public education. Even if you don't see the change you're making, our students do. Thank you for giving us a reason to smile.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Right here, it's overtime with Athletic Director Roman Banks, a closer look at Jaguar Athletics. And with me right now is Coach Dawson Odoms. How you doing, my friend?
Doing great,
Good to see you, my man. A little gray beard going on?
Yeah, stress
Little
and no
goatee?
sleep and all that adds up.
Just like me, every time, when I grow a beard, it comes white.
Well, that's okay. That's wisdom. So
There you go.
That's
I
a lot
like
of
that.
wisdom.
See, that's why I hang around you all the time.
Yeah.
Well, it's here, Coach. 2019. And I know you, football, you're always working and doing things, but now we're getting ready for football. Football season starts this weekend. Tell us first of all, how fall camp went.
Well, I really thought it was a successful fall camp. I thought our guys were really locked in from the start to the finish, very healthy, competitive, upbeat, energized, and understanding, what the task is, understanding the goal that's at hand and understand what we're trying to achieve. And I thought our guys did a great job of really coming out and focus on those things.
No question about that. And you were talking about that to the media yesterday. And Coach, let's talk about the upcoming season. The first game starts with McNeese State and the Cowboys at Cowboy Stadium. It's the very first time that Southern goes to Cowboy Stadium. Supposed to do it in 2004, but because of Hurricane Katrina, that knocked that game out. Then Southern officials were kind of talking about possibly doing it during both of their open dates. Then Hurricane Rita hit, and that was done. They canceled it after that. It's the first game since that mark in 2004, and we're playing at Cowboy Stadium. Coach, they're expecting 20,000 plus at a 17,000 seat stadium.
Well, I think anytime you play in-state, you're going to get a great crowd. We've had a chance to play at ULM, Lafayette, Tulane, La Tech, and there's always a great crowd. So you expect nothing less at McNeese, and I think it'd be a great atmosphere for college football.
No question about that. And then as we get finished with the first game, then we go to the second game. That's Memphis State. That game is going to be in Memphis, Tennessee at the Liberty Bowl. And by the way, that'll be the 1,000th game in Southern University history. And with all the great A.W.D. Mumford, then obviously Pete Richardson, you're an opportunity to coach in the 1,000th game. Pretty impressive.
Well, it just tells you a lot about our program and our tradition, and just being able to say you're about to play in the 1,000 game is something that I think is very appreciative. Going to Memphis and having that stage to be able to put our players on display, we don't take that lightly. We understand the magnitude of what we're doing and where we're going, but also 1,000 games, that says a lot for Southern University football.
That's right. And for you, as I told you this week as well, this is his 80th game going against the McNeese State Cowboys. 50-29 your record is. So pretty impressive you to be going for your 80th game this week.
Well, it comes around quick, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
I don't think when you start, you look at it and say, you're going to be able to do something for such a long period of time. I've been blessed and I'm grateful for the opportunity to still be the head coach at Southern University. I work for a great AD and Coach Banks, and he's done a great job with our athletic program, and I'm grateful that he went to bat for me to be able to get me an extension, and I understand what that's all about, and to be able to keep a good program at the top and be consistent at the top is what it's all about, and winning championships. And we got a platform to do that at Southern University, and I understand that, and I'm very grateful for that opportunity.
No question about that. Then after Edward Waters, which is the Pete Richardson Classic, first home game on September 14th, we go to Florida A&M. It's going to be a big one in Tallahassee, Florida. That game, again, remember, it's set for 6 p.m. Eastern Time, but 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Going to be a big one against FAMU.
Well, I think that's a rivalry that, we had before. When I first got here, we were playing it in Atlanta.
That's right.
Now we're getting a chance to play it on each other's campus. This year we'll go to them, and next year we'll return the favor. But the best thing is just being able to understand the magnitude of the game, and I think this first game is going to get us prepared for the environments to come, because the environment at McNeese is going to be electrifying. But yes, I know FAMU is going to be the same way. It's a great rivalry. They got a great tradition, great fan base, just like Jaguar Nation. And I look forward to the opportunity to play in Tallahassee, Florida.
No question about that. Then conference play starts on September 28th against UAPB. That game will be at Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Come back home to take on Prairie View A&M in the game right here. And Coach, your success against these teams have been absolutely unbelievable. And when you look back at the SWAC games, and I know every year it turns out different, there's no question about that. When you look at the SWAC play, this is Coach's record with SWAC play. 7-0 against Texas Southern, 4-0 against Mississippi Valley State, 7-1 against Jackson State. Your first conference win and first win period came against Jackson State in 2012. 6-1 against Alabama A&M, 6-1 against Pine Bluff, 4-1 against Alabama State, 5-2 against Prairie View, and 5-2 against Grambling State.
Well, we had a lot of good players and coaches during that time, and I think we still got a great staff and got some really good players, and I think that's a testament to our program and our tradition, and to just be able to go out and play well. I tell you all the time, it's hard to be consistent, and I'm one of those coaches that I pull for coaches that are consistent, and that's because I understand how hard it is to stay at the top. But the biggest thing is just being able to be consistent and put a product out there that people can be happy about watching.
And I was talking to Jim Kleinpeter from The Advocate. He said the same thing. He thinks that Southern, this is the year that Southern's going to be Alcorn State. They have been a perennial thorn on our side for the years and years and years and going by. And like it or not, they are the top team. You got to get through them right now because they've won the SWAC championship last year. But I think we've got a good chance of beating them, no question about that. But also, too, Coach, another thing, there's a couple things that you have. First of all, you're 23-8 at home at A.W. Mumford Stadium. That's an impressive record already in itself. How do you get prepared? Is it the Jag Nation that gets your team fired up every time?
Well, we have an unbelievable crowd, and I think the energy that they bring on game day, a lot of those games we had over 18,000, and the goal is to fill it up. We know we have 4 home games, and we understand the magnitude of that. But if our fans really want us to do great things and add a 5th game, they got to come and support the games that we have. It's about filling up A.W. Mumford Stadium and showcasing to our athletic department, to our board of trustees, and just letting them be able to see that we're excited about football. And then I think everybody can work together to bring that 5th home game back, even the 6th home game, because it's all about attending Southern University, putting money into the hands of the university. When we go on the road, we put that money into the visiting team's hands. So it's all about having a great crowd. 20,000 or more, I think that's what you should expect from Jaguar Nation each time we play on the Bluff.
And I was going to ask you this question, but I know you're not going to tell me. You're not going to give me your secret of how this happens, but I'm going to tell you this. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. You are 11-2 after a bye week. 11-2 after a bye week. That's pretty impressive.
Well, bus definitely does not land with more players on it. So I think we have a recipe that we use during the bye week to really get our guys refocused. And each year that recipe is tweaked a little bit because depending on your team and where you are going into that bye week. So we try to do a great job of evaluating our program and evaluating what we're doing and who's doing it. Make a couple adjustments, and then we get ready for the second half of the season.
All right, let's talk about the football team now, 2019. We talked about the schedule a bit. Let's talk about the football team. Big time, Coach, when you can bring back your 5 starters on your offensive line. That's impressive. And really, if you count the tight end, which he lines up at the lines as well, that's 6. That's pretty impressive with Jeremiah Houston being that 6th person. But when you got 5 starting offensive linemen back, your quarterback has to feel a lot safer too.
Well, I think the confidence of the entire offense goes up when you have your offensive line coming back. I think if you look at it, the 2 positions that you would like to not have to replace at the end of the year is quarterback and O-line. And we're blessed to have all 5 starters coming back. Starting tight end is coming back, and starting quarterback is coming back, starting running back is coming back. So, and you look at it, 2 other starting receivers are coming back. So we returned 9 starters on offense. So I think that's why everybody's so excited about our opportunity going into 2019, because we got a lot of guys coming back with a lot of experience.
And 7 returning players on defense, including Joe Davis, DeCavion Champion, also Calvin Lunkins, Jacoby Papillon, who, by the way, is coming back to Lake Charles this week because he grew up in Lake Charles, Caleb Carter, Robert Ream, Montavious Gaines. Those guys are returning this year. And I'm thinking, Champion, I think, is going to be good at defensive tackle. I can't wait to see Cotton at defensive tackle as well.
Well, let's go start with our defensive line. I think our front 4 is very good and we're very deep. So I think if you're going to play really good on defense, you got to have a great defensive line. And we're going to play about 8 to 10 to 12 guys. So that depth will hopefully be able to sustain us in the second half, because I thought, well, in prior years we've been able to go out there in the first half, but then our guys get a little fatigued. But hopefully that depth allows us to be competitive in the second half. And you're right, I think Devin Collins will come into his own. He's had a pretty good camp. He's missed some time, but this week he's looked like the person that we recruited.
And then obviously, too, a new coordinator, Washington, comes in, but he coached cornerbacks last year. The guy is from Louisiana, coached a little bit at Tulane. He is from Lutcher, Louisiana, and he spent 27 years in the National Football League as far as playing and coaching. So you've got some great things in defense right there. Are we going to see any major changes?
Well, I think we tweaked it a little bit, but we simplified it. But we're going to continue to build on what our guys already knew, and they had a really good defense in 2018. Coach Oliver did a great job, and now he's passing those reins on to Coach Washington, who I think got a lot of talent to pull from. The biggest thing is just staying healthy in the beginning and just getting better each and every week. And if our guys do that, I really like the direction that our defense is going, and they got a chance to really be spectacular throughout this 2019 season.
After that Alcorn game, your offense got going, your defense got going. Prairie View, Texas Southern, and Jackson State under 100 yards in rushing. 3 straight opponents, just bam, bam, bam. That's pretty impressive, and that's what we look to see hopefully in 2019. I gotta say it. I think we're going to Atlanta. I gotta say, Coach, I booked airplane tickets for my family going the 17th or the 28th in San Francisco. I've already told Mom and Dad I think we're going to have to break those plans because we'll be in the Celebration Bowl in Atlanta December 21st. How about that?
Well, I tell you, that's the place and that's the goal I think every team in the conference has set. We understand it's a lot of football to be played, but I think we got just as good a chance as anybody. The ball got to bounce your way a little bit. You got to stay healthy. You got to avoid the major injury. And if you can do that, I think you got a chance to be successful.
Yeah, I mean, fans don't understand. When they watch game film, there could be 3 plays that make a difference of a game. That's it, 3 plays. And I'm talking a football coming over a fingertip like that, and that makes the difference. That's how close these games are. Coach, good luck this season. Can't wait to see you on Saturday at McNeese University.
Always a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
All right, Coach Dawson Odom's right here. When we come back, we're going to be talking to one of our great sponsors here at Southern University, and I can't wait. I love these products. We're going to talk more about that coming up. It's the Overtime Series with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. I'm Chris Powers here from Scoreboards Restaurant right here on Pelican Sports TV.
Family road trips just got a whole lot easier. The 2018 Nissan Rogue. Now with Nissan Intelligent Mobility, featuring technologies like available ProPilot Assist, which helps keep an eye on the road ahead and helps you stay centered while you're turning this lane into memory lane. Get to Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics.
CareSouth offers a wide range of comprehensive medical, behavioral health, and dental services. On behalf of the staff and board of directors, we want to thank the Parish of Ascension, East Baton Rouge, and Iberville for allowing us to serve you. Come out to any of our locations where family is serving families.
I can still remember Charlotte's first day of kindergarten like it was yesterday. Now, she's heading off to college.
So how are you feeling?
I'm nervous. I'm also really excited.
You know you're the first McKernan to not go to LSU in decades. Promise me this, you'll wear purple and gold at all the UT football games.
Dad.
Letting go isn't easy, especially for this Louisiana dad, but our children know family is always there for them. Just like when our clients come to us for help, they'll always be part of the Get Gordon family. We want to be your lawyers for life.
Call 888-8888.
Preparing a meal. It's a lot like preparing for a game. It involves hard work, the right plan, and attention to detail. Great food, that's our passion. A taste of Louisiana, handcrafted from scratch. Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Home, away, any game day. At Walk-Ons, we'll help you do game day right.
What's the most important aspect of event hosting? Location. This is something that Bell knew from day one. That's why we're located in downtown Baton Rouge, across from the convention center, close to LSU, and right by the river. So with a friendly staff, award-winning cuisine, and a massive conference center of 10 rooms and 24,000 square feet capable of fitting more than 2,000 guests, what we offer is just as important as where we are.
All right, we got Coach Fundo here right now with us, the soccer coach. How you doing, Coach?
How you doing, Chris?
Already your first match underneath your belt, McNeese State, Lake Charles. So you had to go make sure everything is good. Did you spray paint anything on the field, getting ready for the football team going over there?
We didn't have a chance to spray paint, but it was a little muddy over there. So it probably is still a little bit muddy over there.
Wash away, yeah.
So they'll have a good time. Hope they don't wear white.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. Well, tell us how that match went.
Oh, we lost 4-1, but we got a chance to see our younger players play with a couple returners out with minor injuries. So we got a chance, and we could tell that these young ladies are real hungry in the game. And then now we go to this week where we're able to get the older girls, but we're able to see both of them in action together. But last week, I mean, we lost 4-1. One was by, you had 2 goals by fouls close to the goal. So one was a PK inside the box, and one was a foul right outside the box. So that was 2 goals. So in a muddy situation, I think we had a better chance in the game, but that's what happened. That's how it goes when it's that type of game. But it was a good team, so we think we good.
Who do you feel that's stepping up this year as far as players go on your team?
To be honest, we of course we gonna call our keeper out. Chioma doing good. She never left, and our seniors stepping up. I think they see our younger girls coming in. They see the competition. We have numbers this year. We have 27 on the roster, the most I ever had since I've been here. So I think with the 9 seniors that we have, they are more mature in the game by seeing that the freshmen are coming in hungry and ready to work. So they have stepped up the biggest.
And, you got to constantly be in shape because you never know when you're going to have to go in and replace it, what have you. How deep do you go with your team?
Right now, like I said, we got 27. We try to travel with 24 and still have enough for every area on the team. So we at least have 24 with us at all times.
Wow. Wow. Big one, as you talked about, going to Stephen F. Austin, Nacogdoches, Texas, this weekend. 7 p.m. start time this Friday.
Yes, sir.
By the way. And so what are your thoughts about going against Stephen F.?
I think we have a good chance. This would be their first home game. They coming off 2 losses out of North Carolina area with 2 good teams. So we saw a little bit of them, watching film of them and watching and talking to a few people about them. But I think we have a great chance having our players back. We're going to travel all 27 players, so we'll get everybody a chance to get in that's pushing themselves through this practice. We've been having a good week. So I think going into it, we have a great chance. Like I say, the 2 games that we saw, we didn't see too much offense, but they will be at home, so we'll have to adjust to it as we see fit. But going into it, we're just going to work on it with the things that we know about them, and I think they picked that up good. So getting to it, we'll adjust as we see fit, and then we'll go from there.
So many chances to see this soccer team, I should say. UL Lafayette on Thursday, September the 5th. That ought to be a fun one. Then you're going to be coming to Jaguar Park on Friday, September 13th against Troy. Sunday, September 15th against Nicholls State. And then on Wednesday, September 18th against ULM. All of those will be in Baton Rouge. And in the ULL one, that's only, 45 minutes away.
Correct. So we set that up just like that for us to lead ourselves into the conference and have a little chance to get a little breather before we head to conference. But we set it up there just like the conference schedule was, where we going on the road these first couple of games to get some good physical teams. And that's the same way our conference is. Howard, we go to Howard first game, then we go to Alabama A&M, Alabama State. It's 3 physical teams. So we set up where we can have those physical teams, and then we go have Troy at home, Nicholls, and ULM, and that's more the teams that we're going to get to see and similar to our conference. So that's one of the biggest things that we felt like was going to help us going into the season. And I think it's been doing it so far, and the way we've been preparing, it's been doing great for us.
With the practices and that first one that you had right there against McNeese, tell me what you think that your weaknesses you'd like to improve on this year.
It was really leadership. Our biggest thing was coming in leadership, and that's the reason why we didn't have any skirmishes. We wanted to find ourselves. Our biggest thing in preseason was just be you. We talked about each player being their self. And I think going through the preseason each day, we found that player finding herself inside of her. And that was the biggest thing. We didn't have those scrimmages. So that's another thing. We get to McNeese, everybody want to play somebody different, and we get a little jittery and just moving. So I think it's us now settling down in the game and our leaders stepping up a little bit more, which we saw that in practice this week.
We're talking to Coach Fontenot here, Southern University soccer. Now, with that positive note, what do you think your strengths are going to be this year?
Well, our strengths, of course, our goalie. She's goalkeeper preseason of the year, so of course we're going to lead on her. But like I tell her, it's more than just saving. We got to step with the communication. So I think that's going to be our biggest strength, and then our freshmen. Outside back, Courtney, and our forward, Anaya Clark came in real strong and real in shape this year. So I think that's going to be our biggest strength. And then, like I say, our leadership coming from our seniors.
What do you expect this year from the conference? Who's going to be the strong teams of the conference?
Hey, to be honest, coming into conference, I think we have more respect than I ever had since I've been here. They picked us at 6. And I think looking at the first couple of games, our conference is wide open. So it's going to come down to the team who have the most healthy players at the end. So I really believe we have a great chance to finish out in the top 5 and have a good chance to just be wide open in the conference tournament.
Is it easier now to recruit players for soccer? Because to me, it's getting so popular. I mean, when I played sports, it was baseball, Little League baseball and what have you. Soccer really almost nobody played soccer. Now, more people are playing soccer, and then obviously with the women winning in the World Cup, I mean, everybody was going, every restaurant I went to or sports bar I went to came in here, all the TVs were on. People were excited and just cheering.
I would never say it's easy to recruit now, but it have got better for me by us doing camps, us doing social media, us putting ourselves out there a little bit more. So it have been better for us. We have started getting players that, like we said, we got the player from El Paso. That was big for us in that area. We have some top players out of Dallas that a lot of people wanted to get. Our keeper was quiet, but we see a lot of people was trying to reach out to her after the fact she got here. So I see more players and more people starting to communicate with us as we go through this transition that we went through. And I think through that process, we're going to start seeing more players coming through. And as we open up everything else, open up Jaguar Park to our new area where we really want to build, I think we're going to keep seeing them. We could get them right now. We could get them when we start winning a few more games.
Now, obviously with football, they're changing the helmet. Right now, AB in Oakland is fighting about his helmet. He wants the older style helmet. NFL saying it's not going to happen. So with football, they're at least trying to do stuff with the helmet, making everything you can. How can soccer get safer when it comes to concussions? Because they're really kind of saying now, really in a way, there are more soccer concussions than there are football concussions.
It's no really answer for that.
I know.
I think it's more the fact is doing tests with the young ladies and the young men weekly, monthly, just to see where they at, where they head at. Because you had the ball, you could get a concussion.
Yeah.
And we had a player last year that did that, and the ball didn't hit her that hard, but it was a concussion. She was out for 2 weeks. So I think it's more tests they run. I know they do now where they keep us out the heat a little bit more. They give us more breaks to prevent all those things. And then we do a great job as our training staff to prevent all those things, getting it checked out a little bit more.
Is it ever going to be a part where they're going to outlaw you headbutting the ball?
Well, I hope not.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You know,
I hope not, but you never know. I think if we stop getting the chance to head the ball, you'll see more goals in the net than anything. So I hope they don't do that, but you never know. I'd rather them have a headband on, then the stop completely.
Or make the ball different. Not to where, I don't know how they can do that to make it softer, but go as fast as it is. Because when you got a student athlete kicks the ball, it's coming fast.
Right.
It's coming for you. Coach Fontenot, good luck.
Appreciate
this weekend in Nacogdoches, Texas on Friday.
Nacogdoches, yes, sir.
And then we can't wait to see you at UL Lafayette, and then, of course, the matches at Jaguar Park here at Southern University.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Coach. That's Coach Jeremy Fontenot with soccer. When we come back, now we're going to be talking to the Coke Man right here next. He's got some new products we're going to put right here, and we'll do that coming up right here as we continue. It's Overtime with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. I'm Chris Powers, right here from Scoreboards Restaurant. Back in a moment on Pelican Sports TV.
The birth of legends are storied in this conference. We must never forget our rich history. We now turn our gaze to the future. The new legends will emerge. New heroes to arise. The Southwestern Athletic Conference. Be our history.
At Roadrunner Towing, we love our God, our children, our nation, and yes, our sports. So let's play ball. Score big when you need a tow, either in East Baton Rouge or West Baton Rouge. Because at Roadrunner Towing, we don't want an arm and a leg. We just want your toes.
Legendary Import Group. Exceptional service and a rare collection. You'll discover the only distinctive auto for the legend in you. We are legendary.
I am legendary.
I'm Team Legendary.
I am legendary.
I am legendary.
Now that's legendary.
Stop by Legendary Import Group today, where our team is honored to serve you. We are legendary.
Legendary Import Group, the only place for legendary care.
The smart Baton Rouge business traveler travels out of Baton Rouge. Why? It's about not having to wake up hours earlier, fight traffic, and stand in long lines. It's also about BTR being closer, more convenient, with non-stops and short hops to anywhere your business takes you. It's smart. So for your business, if it's about being one step ahead and not dead on your feet, then it's about time you flew BTR. Baton Rouge Metro Airport. It's about time.
Imagine a day without music. You go downtown, you can find some music. You come uptown, you can find some music. Monday night, they got music. Every night of the week, there's music somewhere. Baton Rouge is a place where it's easy to make friends, it's easy to hear some music, and it's easy to come back. We got the music, we got the food, and we got good people. So with that combination, you can't lose, right?
You ever come to Louisiana?
All right, welcome back, everybody. It's Overtime with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. And right here, we've got Roderick Crockett from Coca-Cola.
Hey, thanks
for
having me.
How you doing, my friend? Look at this nice shirt, too. Jaguar colors, my man. Columbia blue with the gold Coca-Cola.
We always got to support our Southern University, that's for sure.
Business Development Manager at Coca-Cola.
Yes.
Right there in, is it considered Baton Rouge, right?
Right, it is. We're still in Baton Rouge.
Right there at the airport. Right by the airport.
There by the airport runway on Plank Road. We got a friend up there now. We got you know, All-Star came in and moved next to us, so we were excited about that. It's always great to get that. Yeah, it's always great to get some economic development on the north end. So yeah, man, we were able to get that land and build us a nice plant up there.
Because I worked at a radio station, we were on the backside of you at Airline Highway.
Right.
We were right there behind you guys at Airline. And I would never thought y'all to live there, but y'all outgrew it.
We did, and there was nowhere else to go. So we had, you know, the mayor came in and kind of found us some more property, and he definitely didn't want us to leave Baton Rouge. So he was able to help us negotiate to get that property, and we were able to go up there and build that nice facility that we have. Man, we're one of the largest production plants in the United States.
Wow.
So it's always a great thing.
Marketing, as I mentioned to you, marketing. You and I just was talking that off the air. You guys are right there with Budweiser. I think Budweiser does a great job of marketing. You do y'all do such a great job with marketing, because just like you and I were talking about, it doesn't matter what we want. Give me a Coke. And my son would pick on me about that. I'd always say that. Give me a Coke.
That's it.
Give me a Coke.
We're very fortunate being down south. Like I was telling you earlier, you know, even when people say they want a Coke or whatever kind it is, you say first, give me a Coke, and then you tell people what kind you want. So
that's exactly
whether you want a root beer or orange, you say first, give me a Coke. So
and this was an awesome campaign. Orange vanilla. The commercials got me, and I said I have to try it, and it is very good.
It is, man, and it's great because with our new freestyle units that you see throughout the market, that flavor actually kind of came from those freestyle units where people would actually putting orange and vanilla inside their Coke. So enough study is done from those actual freestyle units, and then you come up with a nice flavor right there, and you're able to bottle it and send it to the world now. So.
Okay, now I got to ask you the big question.
What's the big question?
Are you ever going to have peanuts in the Coke?
Hey, man, that would be great.
If you have peanuts, I'm buying cases of them.
I tell you, that would be great. That would be great, man. I know a lot of people grow up on Cokes and peanuts,
now look,
throwing them in a bottle, right?
If I leave here today, and all of a sudden I see a TV commercial say peanuts now, I want money from that.
That's right, man. You get your cut. Just cut me in with that.
There you go. There you go. Well, obviously, Coke's an exciting product, and we so much appreciate you and Coca-Cola sponsoring Southern University. How has it benefited Coke to sponsor and get involved with Southern University?
I tell you, it's been great for us. We've been able to come in and not only help Southern University do a lot of things, but Southern University has helped us as well. We've been able to market a lot of our products with Southern University. I don't know if a lot of you guys have seen, we got actually Coach Odom on a stand holding a nice Coca-Cola. So we do get some value in our partnership with Southern University. We're able to, again, we have big Powerade, have big Powerade drives, and it's driven, and we actually have Southern University on a lot of our POS, which is our signage that you'll see in the stores. So it's a win-win for everybody. With what we do at Southern University and what they allow us to do with their brand, it really helps us, and it really helps us market our products as well.
Yeah, when you have somebody like Denise Rankins who, you know, what I like about with Denise, that I've worked to her for years, I won't go back because we'll tell our age, we won't go how far back we work.
Right.
But she likes not only obviously be good for the company she's working for Southern University, but it's also got to benefit Coke.
That's the key. That's the key. It has to be a true partnership.
Yeah.
And in any kind of relationship you have, it can't just be all give of all take. So at that point, you want to make sure you're equal partners and both people are benefiting from the relationships.
Right. I mean, you guys, if you had a football team,
oh man,
we'd be like the Patriots in the Super Bowl every year.
That's it, man. But we may have more rings.
Yeah.
we get more wins, Chris. We get more wins.
Would, because of the fact that you guys own how much of the market?
We own about 80% of the market. And then on premise, we own 99.9% of the market.
Wow.
So we're winning definitely, and that's what we strive. It's always striving to be the best. So just like Coach Odom says, man, you work hard and you prepare yourself and you prepare to be the best. So that's what you want to kind of do.
Now tell everybody all the products that you do make, like Powerade, Coke. Tell us all those products.
Yes, from Sprite, Fanta, Dr. Pepper is actually one that we distribute here in Baton Rouge. We have tons of products now. We constantly bringing them in, everything from Zico water all the way to our smart water now. You know, everybody wants to be smarter. So we definitely have that. We have Dasani water as well. So we have a number, I think it's so many, I can't even begin to name them all right now. But we have a bevy of product, and is always constantly changing because the consumer is always changing. So
And
we
I
have
don't
to
know
definitely change to that.
And I don't know what y'all do to Dasani water because of the fact that I drink nothing but Dasani, and everybody looked at me, well, water is water. No, it's not. 'Cause
Exactly.
I'm telling you, with the other bottles of water that I drink, they got that plasticky taste to it. With Dasani water, it does not. Coca-Cola does an excellent job of doing that.
Yeah, well, that's the key. You always want to make first a product that tastes well, and if it tastes well, people will buy it. So that's the thing that we strive for. We always striving to have the best product on the market, and if it's a category that we're not in, we're going to definitely find the best product in the best in that category to make sure that we're distributing it.
All right, now what do you think? You know, a big Southern fan.
Right.
What do you think about the Jags this year?
Hey, I think it's going to be an exciting year for us. I think we're really, really, really ready to reach that threshold and just kick that door in and win everything this year, man. I think we knocked on it last year. I think this year will be our year to kind of kick that door in and push forward and go ahead and go to Atlanta and see if we can win that bowl there.
And you know what I would do? Coach, is Jeremy Fontenot here, or has he just left? Coach Fontenot's in the back there.
Right.
But he would kick my behind. I would have us in a chugging contest to see who would win in this, but I'm sure, I'm thinking the soccer coach would kick my behind.
Yeah, he might
that.
get you, Coach. He's young, too. He might get you.
He would get me. Ain't no doubt about that. I got a big mouth, but I can't do that. But Jeremy Fontenot and the soccer team, we wish him the best of luck, too. And
no doubt.
I know you're going to get a chance to go out there and see. We got some games coming up at Jaguar Park over there.
Exactly. Yeah, all the sports. We want to be there and support all the sports, from soccer to volleyball to everything that's involved. If it's badminton, we want to be there. If it's Southern University.
Don't tell Coach Odoms, Coach Banks that, because he may add that sport tomorrow.
Hey, man. Hey.
He's adding more sports every day. Him and Coach Rod got their brain going crazy.
That's right, man, and that's how you grow.
That's right. That's
how
exactly
you grow,
right.
So.
Well, thank you for your support for Southern University, my man.
No problem, man.
And like I said, I can't believe that shirt hadn't been taken off of you, my brother.
Thank you, Chris. No problem, man.
Roderick,
Thanks for having me.
Roderick Crockett from Coca-Cola. He's done an excellent job of not only, of course, helping with Southern University, but providing money for Southern University and giving it to us. And they've been very good. He and Rod have been awesome, absolutely unbelievable. All right, when we come back, Coach, the coach, the athletic director, and I will talk more about it. We'll have him ask a question. And also, too, we've got talking about volleyball coming up here in just a moment. It's right here where we continue this overtime series with athletic director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar athletics right here from Scoreboards Restaurant on Coursey Boulevard. Back after this timeout. Pelican Sports TV.
Need to see a doctor fast? Lake Express Check-In lets you get in line online. Visit OLOLRMC.com/express to choose an estimated treatment time at one of our emergency room, urgent care, or physician office locations. A service of Our Lady of the Lake.
Legendary Import Group. Distinguished service and detailed attention. You'll discover the only distinctive auto for the legend in you. Stop by 10660 Coursey Boulevard or phone 225-960-1191.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score. Because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never-ever frozen chicken fingers. Craveable cane sauce. Crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Official chicken of Southern University.
When you play the Louisiana Lottery, you may not see where your dollar goes. To the potential it nurtures. To the future it fuels. But with every dollar you spend, you're supporting K-12 public education. Even if you don't see the change you're making, our students do. Thank you for giving us a reason to smile.
We're a nation of hardworking Americans, and businesses will always be the lifeline of this great country. As a business owner, you understand the importance of your reputation. In times of uncertainty, you need a real lawyer who's serious about protecting you and your business. You need a problem solver. You need the law firm of Clayton and Fouger. Tony Clayton is a proven trial lawyer. He'll defend you and your business to the fullest extent of the law. Protect your investment and call the law firm of Clayton and Fouger today.
Wranglers, we'd rather sell them than move them.
It's Salisbury's Move and Sale and Jeep Adventure Days.
$3,500 off all Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sport S models.
$3,500 off.
Get them now at Salisbury's Chrysler,
Dodge,
Jeep,
and Ram in Baton Rouge.
What's the most important aspect of event hosting? Location. This is something that Bell knew from day one. That's why we're located in downtown Baton Rouge, across from the convention center, close to LSU, and right by the river. So with a friendly staff, award-winning cuisine, and a massive conference center of 10 rooms and 24,000 square feet capable of fitting more than 2,000 guests, what we offer is just as important as where we are.
All right, welcome back, everybody, right here at the Overtime with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics as we're going to dive a little bit more. And we talked about volleyball. We're going to talk about that just in a moment, about some of the matches that you possibly could see. But the Jaguar Invitational also coming up for the combined cross country. That'll be on Saturday, September 7th in West Feliciana, Coach. That's another chance for people to come and support the Jaguar Nation.
Yeah, and guess what? That's our first time doing that in a long period of time.
Cool.
And so we're trying to create the excitement where teams have home events and give all student athletes a chance to host as well and to run among their peers and their fans. And so I'm very excited that we had a sit down and talked about some things that we want to see with the track program, and I'm glad they took that step forward.
Coach Jacobs takes her team on the road for the volleyball. They'll be at Atlanta this week, Georgia Tech, Long Beach State, and UNC Asheville. And they also go to Incarnate Word over there in Arlington, Texas. They'll be in New Orleans for the New Orleans tournament. That'll be on Friday, September 13th. They'll take on Mercer, Tennessee State, and, of course, UNO.
Yeah, that's a program I think that you need to keep your eyes on.
Yes.
I think Coach Jacobs is doing a good job, and she has grown that program each season. And, we competed very well for a championship last year, so I'm really looking forward to this season. So I think that if fans come watch a volleyball game, I think they really enjoy it because that Seymour Gym be rocking.
That's right. Speaking of that, Sunday, October 6th is going to be their first match inside Clifford Seymour Gym against Texas Southern.
I urge, if you haven't seen our volleyball team in action, you haven't seen what it looks like in that building there, come out, and it gets very loud. A lot of our students come support them. The band even shows up sometimes. So I'm looking forward to build on that atmosphere.
No question about that. We've got young Taylor is right here. She wants to ask Roman Banks a question. Go ahead, Miss Taylor. Put the camera on somebody pretty for a change.
We know that athletics has had a lot of exciting events within the last couple of weeks, such as Jagathon and FanFest. Can you expound on the upcoming extravaganza?
Yeah, so the extravaganza is the Friday night build-up before our first home game, the P. Richardson Classic. And we've been doing a pretty good job of building excitement. And so this will be our third annual extravaganza. Last year we brought in the sounds of Midnight Star. And this is for our fans to come together and buy tables and socialize, bring everybody together like a huge pep rally before the game. And so we actually have Lakeside is going to be there this year, and the local group is Tyree Neal. And so our tickets are on sale in the ticket office, and we look forward. And I urge everyone, if you can, come out. We have table reserved seating with free food and drinks and all that stuff. So it's a very nice event. I urge everybody to come out and support it Friday before the first home contest right there in the Mini Dome, better known as F.G. Clark Activity Center.
That's exactly right. So you say they could contact the ticket office for that, right? And that ticket office number is 771-3171. There you go.
225-771-3171.
That's right.
You can also go to gojazzsports.com and get more information on the event as well.
All right. And by the way, too, we'll also want to talk about that, Go Jag Sports. A lot of people have go to that, but we're getting a brand new website, and I saw all the way it works and all that stuff, and I'm excited about it. I can't wait.
So we want to get a new website that I think is interactive with our fans. And sometimes you have to invest in the new tools so it can bring your fans closer to you and get new business.
Right.
And so I know that sitting down with other alums and fans, that's been a part that we need to revisit. And so we revisit that, and we're going to be dealing with sidearm. A lot of universities deal with sidearm, and all capable people in our department will be running that site, and we're very excited about it.
Yeah, it gives it a shot. And you brought it at a perfect point when we had our meeting. You get to the perfect point, like say, for instance, if there is a mom in California, she wants to be able to look on that website and see her daughter on the soccer team.
No question about it. I mean, you know, we want our parents to be proud. We want people to say, I know her, I know him. We want them to look up stats and see, what happened last night. We want them to see the coaches and know where this coach come from, what his bio look like. And so to get on there and even listen to you with some commercials and some conversations. So we're excited about it. I think it's very interactive. I learned a lot more about it myself as we went to different conventions and was able to speak with sidearm themselves. And so we got we have a whole lot of new tools coming that I think is going to make our athletic department fun.
All right, now on a serious note, now we want to talk about this. I see your lovely wife is in the building. We want to help you out with coach has a problem, and that problem is when Marty brought the Roman Banks bread pudding, he put both plates by Roman Banks. So that seems to be you have a problem with.
So that means to say that both of these belong to me.
I mean, he didn't bring one this way.
No.
He brought it your way, and it's called the Roman Banks bread pudding.
They've been selling so much of it tonight, and they had to bring out smaller portions. So I believe these was the last two. So I say just put them on my side.
Look at that! You just look at that. That is absolutely unbelievable. Well,
really good. Come try this.
Yes, we hope you enjoyed this show. We'll be back again next week as we will be able to talk about our first football game. It's always overtime with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. I'm Chris Powers from the beautiful restaurant Scoreboards.
Scoreboards right here.
And what you always say at the end of the show?
Go Jags.
That's it. Back next week right here. See you later.